Hello, lovely primary 2 pupils of Torchbearers Academy. How are you all doing? I trust you enjoyed the holiday. I know we've missed class activities and we pray that the pandemic will soon be over so that we can all return to school and meet physically, alright? But I want to urge you all that we should take these online classes very seriously even as we begin this exciting third term. So we are beginning a new topic in English language, and our first topic for this term is countable and uncountable noun. That is our first topic for this term. But for today, we'll be learning about countable noun. Then when we meet in our next class, we'll be talking about uncountable noun. Countable nouns are those nouns that we can count. Change to plural by adding s, es, or ies. It can be used with indefinite articles. Examples of indefinite articles are a and an. That is an. I come again. Countable nouns are those nouns that we can count. Change to plural form by adding s, es, or ies. It can be used with indefinite articles. An example of indefinite articles are a and an, which is an. Yes, we'll be doing examples of countable noun whereby we use the s, es, or ies so that we'll better understand what this countable noun is about. But first, what is noun? We say a noun is a name of any person, animal, place, or thing. A noun is a name of any person, animal, place, or thing. Okay? So now we have a countable noun here. Now, a countable noun are nouns we can count. An example of this countable noun, we have books. If I have 5 books, meaning how do I know it's 5 books? Because I could count it. I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why I knew that there's 5 books. Okay, that's why it's called countable noun. And book is an example of a thing. That is why book is a noun. Alright. Another example is glass. One glass. In plural form, it is called glasses. No longer s. This is, you add es to the ending, making it glasses. How do we know that it's plural form, that is there are more than one glass? Because we could count the number of glass that is there. That's why we also say this is countable noun. Another example, we have puppy. That is baby dog. Baby of a dog is called puppy. Now, for example, our dog at home gives birth. Some of us have dogs at home. For example, our dogs give birth. The little babies are called puppies. Sometimes they give birth to 2, 3, or even 6. How do we know that there are 6? Because we could count them. That's why we know there are 6. So we call them puppies. And remember, we said a noun is a name of any person, animal, and puppies are animals. So we say they are countable nouns. Alright? And don't forget, when our puppies change to plural, it is no longer P-U-P-P-Y, it is P-U-P-P-I-E-S. Okay, adding I-E-S makes it plural. That is, we remove the Y and we put I-E-S. Alright? Okay, we'll also look at further examples using indefinite articles, that is a or an. Example of this indefinite article being used here is a boy. A boy is in singular form. A boy. Then when it changes to plural, that is when it's more than one boy, it becomes some boys. That a changes to some. Okay? The a there changes to some. It changes to plural form. It's no longer a boys. It is some boys. How do we know that there are more than one boys? Because we could count the number of boys. Like example, in your classroom, you know we can count the number of boys in your classes. So that's why we said they are countable now, because we could count the number of boys in the class. That is why it is called countable noun. And remember, you don't use a boys, you use some boys, because it changes to plural. Another one is an egg. You don't use a egg, you use an egg. Now in plural form, it is called some eggs. That an changes to some. Okay, the an there changes to some. When you are calling it in plural form, it is now some eggs. Remember, always add your s to it. Some eggs. Egg is a thing. We can classify egg as a thing before it changes to a bird or whatever that is inside. But as it is an egg, it is a thing. Okay, so we say some eggs, because we could count the number of eggs. That is why we say they are countable nouns. All right. Another example is a cup. A cup is singular, which is one cup. If it is more than one cup, it becomes plural, which is some cups. That a changes to some. Then the cup, we add s to it, because it is more than one. We add s to it to make it cups, which is some cups. Okay? All of us have more than one cup in our mommy's kitchen or on the dining table. How do you know the cups are more than one? It is because it can be counted. We know the cup is more than one because it can be counted. Okay? Another example is book. In singular form, a book. A book. If it changes to plural, it becomes some books. Book is an example of a noun. How do you know that the book is more than one? It's because we could count the number of books. Okay? In class, when you are using your books in class, you know that your book is more than one. How do you know the number of books you have? It's because you could count them. All right? Because you could count them, that is why we say it is a countable noun. All right? Okay, lovely children, we've come to the end of today's class. And by God's grace, when we meet in our next class, we'll be discussing another topic, which is uncountable noun. Our subtopic is uncountable noun. All right? An assignment has been dropped for you in the PDF file. Please do ensure you do the assignment and submit. All right? Thank you. Wash your hands regularly. Stay at home. Stay safe. I love you all. Bye.